Have you ever felt that quiet disconnection? When your body doesn't respond the way it used to, when intimacy feels distant and your energy seems lost. You tell yourself it's just stress or exhaustion, but deep down, something feels off. This isn't only about desire. It's your mind, hormones, and emotions whispering for attention. Because when your mental and physical worlds fall out of rhythm, everything changes. Low libido doesn't knock on the door. It slips in quietly to IT hides behind long work hours, emotional fatigue, and those nights when you can't switch your mind off. You wake up tired, you go through the motions, and intimacy slowly turns into another item on your to-do list. But this isn't about losing interest in your partner. It's about your body protecting you. When your brain senses constant stress, it reroutes blood flow away from pleasure and toward survival. That's why, even if your relationship feels emotionally close, your physical response may disappear. It's not. Rejection, it's biology. Stress doesn't just live in your mind. It floods your system with cortisol, hijacking your balance. And when cortisol dominates, desire retreats. You may try to force connection, but the more you try, the more distant it feels, because intimacy doesn't thrive under pressure. It thrives in calm. So if your libido has faded, it's not a sign of weakness or aging. It's a signal. Your body is asking you to slow down, to breathe, to reconnect, because before your body can open up to pleasure, it must first feel safe. And that safety starts in the mind. Let's see how your brain, under constant stress, silently rewires your hormones and energy in ways most people never notice. The human body is brilliant, but it can't tell the difference between a real threat and a mental one. So whether you're running from danger or just running late, your brain reacts the same way. Cortisol spikes, adrenaline rushes, heart rate climbs, and your body says survive first, connect later. But here's the problem. In modern life, later never comes. The mind never stops racing, the emails never end, and the nervous system never resets. For men, this means testosterone levels quietly dip. Energy fades, motivation drops, and physical drive declines. For women, estrogen and progesterone fall out of rhythm. The menstrual cycle becomes irregular, mood swings appear, and desire feels unpredictable. It's a domino effect. Point one stress triggers another, until the whole system feels misaligned. But what if your body doesn't trust calm anymore? What if peace feels foreign, almost uncomfortable? That's when chronic stress turns into burnout, and burnout turns into disconnection. The good news, this isn't permanent. When we begin to manage stress through breath, movement, or rest, hormones start to rebalance naturally. Science proves it. Lowering stress can restore libido, stabilize mood, and improve urinary control. Because the same hormones that influence desire also regulate the bladder and pelvic floor. When one is tense, the other often follows. That's the hidden link most people miss, and it's what we'll explore next. Your gut and bladder don't just react to what you eat or drink, they react to what you feel. When you're anxious, your stomach tightens. When you're stressed, your bladder becomes more sensitive. And when you're depressed, digestion slows down. This is because the same nerve, the vagus nerve, connects your brain to your gut, bladder, and sexual organs. When your mind is tense, your body listens. So, if you've ever felt bladder pressure or digestive discomfort during emotional stress, that's no coincidence. Diet and hydration matter, of course, but your emotional diet matters more. If your daily intake is full of overthinking, fear, and exhaustion, your body can't find balance. But when you nourish it with mindful breathing, rest, and gentle movement, your nervous system begins to release tension. You start to feel lighter, not because problems disappear, but because your body stops fighting itself. And in that peace, your libido begins to return. Next, let's look deeper at how these changes show up differently in men and women, and how each can find their way back to balance. Men are often told that low libido means low testosterone. But that's only half the story. Yes, hormones play a role, but so do sleep, nutrition, confidence, and mental load. When a man constantly feels pressure to perform, to provide, to appear strong, his brain stays in defense mode. That defense kills desire. Because intimacy requires vulnerability, and stress doesn't allow that. The modern man is fighting invisible wars, deadlines, expectations, financial fears. Each battle drains a bit more of his natural vitality. But here's what most don't realize. Even small changes, better sleep, morning sunlight, resistance training, and mindful breathing can restore both testosterone and confidence. When you take care of your mind, your body follows. When you release judgment, energy returns. That it's not about being more masculine. It's about being more present. Up next, we'll talk about women and how emotional overwhelm, body image, and hormones intertwine in powerful, often misunderstood ways. For many women, low libido isn't just physical. It's emotional, mental, and deeply personal. Between work, relationships, family, and self-care, women carry invisible loads that the world rarely sees. And when hormones shift during PMS, pregnancy, or menopause, the emotional burden amplifies. The self-image plays a silent role too. If you don't feel confident in your body, it's hard to feel connected to it. That's why stress, shame, and fatigue are some of the biggest libido killers for women. But healing begins with compassion. Start by understanding your body's rhythm instead of fighting it. Prioritize rest, hydration, and emotional safety. Because when your mind feels valued, your body follows. It's not selfish to take space for yourself. It's essential. Once a woman begins to honor her boundaries, hormones stabilize, mood improves, and desire slowly rekindles. This leads us to the next step: how anyone, man or woman, can start restoring that natural balance from within. True healing isn't about pills or quick fixes. It's about rhythm. Start with sleep. 8 hours of quality rest can reset hormones more effectively than most supplements. Move daily, not to punish your body, but to reconnect with it. Walk, stretch, breathe. Movement is medicine. Eat clean, hydrate well, and limit alcohol and processed sugar. They directly impact hormones and bladder health. But beyond that, learn to slow down, because libido and peace thrive in stillness. Try mindfulness, yoga, or even moments of quiet gratitude that as you calm your mind, your parasympathetic system, the one that restores and repairs, turns on. That's when healing begins. Soon, you'll notice your body responding differently. Your bladder calms, your energy returns, your connection deepens. And that's where the true transformation happens. When you no longer chase balance, you become it. Now, let's end with what brings it all together: the connection we often forget. Healing with someone, not alone. Healing isn't a solo mission. It's shared, because intimacy at its core is about trust, safety, and emotional presence. When partners talk openly about stress, fatigue, and fears, tension starts to melt. The body begins to feel safe again. If you're in a relationship, talk about these changes with compassion. If you're single, show the same compassion to yourself. Healing your mind and body connection isn't about perfection. It's about patience. Every time you choose rest over rushing, presence over pressure, and understanding over judgment, you strengthen that connection. Because in the end, sexual health isn't just about pleasure. It's about peace. And when your inner world finds calm, your outer world follows. That if this message spoke to you, take a deep breath and remember, you're not broken, you're healing. Real change begins with awareness, and it continues with kindness toward yourself. Subscribe, share, and leave your thoughts below, not for numbers, but to remind someone else that they're not alone. Together, we can heal, grow, and rediscover balance, one calm moment at a time. Green Heart.